What I was gonna say is what I was gonna do is set up the camera on the air pressure gauge and see how the plasma cutter keeps up, how that little air compressor keeps up with the plasma cutter. But for now, I guess I'll point this over here while I cut the circle out of that thing. Suppose I should say too that so I've got the plasma cutter running off of the welder. The plasma cutter is hooked up, like I showed you, to the 220 port, which means that the Trailblazer runs full throttle when you turn the plasma cutter on. The compressor, I've already tried it, will run off of the XL power, no problem. And the little Harbor Freight compressor is a 10 gallon and the Quincy is a 30 gallon. So it's running to fill a total of 40 gallons at the moment. Because fucking Miller is stupid, I have to have this fucking adapter. This short little fucking adapter that runs from the Trailblazer just to adapt the plug on it. So the Trailblazer's got a 1450 plug on it, and the plasma cutter needs a 650. Hard to plug the cocksucker in with the damn camera in the way. But this Miller plasma cutter here has got this nifty little interchangeable plug here, so that you can easily swap between a 220 and a 110 plug. The problem is though that they don't fucking offer one of these adapters with a 1450 on the end of it, which to me is just the dumbest thing ever. It'd be very easy for them to make a plug with a 1450, and I really fucking wish that they would. Right. So I want to get the cutting on that other guy and set this up on the air pressure gauge. Like so. And the needle is bent on this a little bit, so it doesn't read accurately, but I'm not concerned about it being accurate. I just want to see if that little compressor will keep up with the plasma cutter. In the sense that it doesn't lose air pressure while I'm cutting. Alright, so going to flip on the plasma cutter, which will cause the welder to rev up. All right, so hopefully that was easy to tell and not too terrible to watch that. I don't, I'll have to watch the video to see how it comes across on the video, but of course that little air compressor is loud, but it's not, when you've already got the welder running, you already got earplugs in, and you're already fucking, grinding all that kind of stuff, it's not that bad to have it on the truck. I really wish, Miller had come out with a 325 air pack, but as of yet they haven't. And I've already tested too. The little air compressor keeps up just freaking awesome with like a little needle gun like this. Well, I say little, this is a pretty bitchin' Von Arch. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to pronounce these, but these are some really, really sweet needle guns. But yeah, if all you're wanting to do is, run a needle scaler or, little flap disc air tool or something like that for a little bit, I think it's going to be pretty sweet having that little compressor on the truck. Of course, it is Harbor Freight, but if you watch some of my other videos, my other Harbor Freight compressor is still kicking after, I don't know, however long I've said I had that 10 whatever years, and probably about 2,000 hours. And they got their 90-day warranty on the air compressor, so I figured I'd run the piss out of it for the first 90 days, and if it survives that, I'll probably be good to go. I got an hour meter on the way coming for the air compressor, and you can see I've put a different air filter on and shit, and I'll talk more about that when it comes in. But oh yeah, the other thing too, so on the truck, there's 40 gallons of air at the moment, and I tried it just a second ago. It will fill up that, actually, there you go. So from the time that it started in the video to just now is how long it took for it to cycle. So you can see that's where it's built back up to right there. And I find this interesting. So you can see, like, I'm actually really glad I kept the video going. You can see that the plasma cutter is on, but I don't know if it's a deal of the capacitors are charged up all the way. You can hear that the trailblazer is revved down. And then if you take the torch for the plasma cutter and squeeze the trigger, oh, okay. So you can hear it's running, right? But if I go to cut with it and actually draw some power, that the trailblazer will rev up. And I don't know, maybe that's bad for it having the frequency be really low or something like that when the trailblazer is idling, because on the 220 port the frequency is only, I think, like 43 hertz or something like that when the trailblazer is idling. But at the same time, it's like, most of these plasma cutters and shit are designed to run on 50 hertz, say if you're in other parts of the world. And yeah, it's strange. So you can see right now, Trailblazer's revved up, but I don't know, there doesn't seem to really be any, I guess, rhyme or reason to when it does it with that plasma cutter anyways. Yeah, so I'll keep beating the piss out of that, well, not beating the piss out of it, but keep running the shit out of that little Harbor Freight air compressor, and we'll see how she does.